Hey guys, tonight is August 15th and we have a very special guest.
We're ready.
What? You're talking, Jill. You're already talking. It's okay. But we have Jill Bowdish, who is one of my personally sponsored diamond coaches, and she is going to talk to you guys about a new way to market, aka how to start being successful with your Instagram stories. And you're getting a thumbs up from Gage right now, Jill.
Yay.
So I don't know if you see this popping in and out of the screen.
Yeah, I see now.
But so she's going to be doing some screen shares. She's better at this PowerPoint presentation than I am. So there's going to be awesome visuals for you guys. So with that said, Jill, I'm going to let you take over.
Okay. Let me pull my little PowerPoint up. Let's see. Here we go. Presentation. See, I had to do this because otherwise I wouldn't remember anything. I need to go to the first slide. Alrighty. So Vicki asked me to come on and talk tonight because I've really gotten into Instagram stories. I actually read this article. I don't remember where or like who wrote it or anything like that, but it was an article I read that said that people were using Instagram stories more than Snapchat now, which was a win for me because I really don't like Snapchat. Vicki knows this. She yells at me all the time for not responding to her, but Instagram stories to me is just way easier. I'm already on Instagram anyways, and it's just all in one spot. I like simple. It works for me. So I'm just going to share some of the stuff I've found out, and all of this stuff is just me watching YouTube videos of other coaches, of other social media gurus, so it's nothing like I'm not really qualified. This is all stuff I learned.
Jill, you're cutting out a little bit.
What?
You're cutting out. Your face is frozen, but I love you.
So frozen?
A little bit.
Am I still frozen?
No, you're good now.
Poopy. Can you at least hear me? If you can hear me, that's really all that matters. So anyway, if you're not used to Instagram, you don't really know what it is or what an IG story is, I'm just going to break that down really quick. It's just a temporary post. It's either a picture or a 10-second video, and they only last 24 hours. So it's similar to Snapchat in that aspect. As I said, IG stories is now being used more than Snapchat. So if you are working a business on social media, it's going to be very smart to start utilizing this. And these are some of the features that you can do on Instagram stories if you did not know. And I'm going to screen share my phone too and show a little bit of them so you can actually see them in action. But you can change the color of fonts. There's little pen tools you can use. There's stickers. You can even take a picture and then put a sticker of your face on the picture. It's kind of funny. I'll show you. There's filters, face filters. You can draw. You can make like a solid background if you just want a solid background of like a color, and then you want to put text on it, you can do that. And the really, like, to me, that I always forget to do, but I'm getting better at now, is putting the location and the hashtag in your Instagram stories, because people can find you using those too. One day I was out, I live in New York, if you don't know, and I was out in Albany one day, which is the capital of New York State, so it's a pretty big city, and I tagged myself in Albany, and normally I would get like 50 or 60 views on my stories. I don't have a massive following, but that's what I would get. But the day that I tagged myself in Albany, I had almost 200. So start putting your location in there if you're okay with it. And the thing about that also is your profile has to be public for people to be able to find your stories with the geotagging location or with the hashtag. So it's just something good to know. And the formats, which is just a normal picture or video, a boomerang, which is a little short video that runs in a loop, live, which if you don't do Facebook lives because they scare you for some reason, they're not as scary on Instagram. I don't know why. Maybe because I don't personally know everyone on there as well. So it's easier. I think it's a good spot to like work yourself into that. There's hands-free, something cool. I actually just learned about that. If you hold down the hands-free button, and I'll show you this too. If you hold it down instead of just pressing it, it'll do a countdown for you. So like when we're filming our little workout videos, we don't have to press the button and then run like I do and Vicki does. And then there's rewind. I don't really use that, so I don't know. It just rewinds your story, I guess. So now target market. So why this is important, because if you don't do Instagram stories currently and you're not really sure what type of stories your market would want to see, just go on Instagram and search for like someone you look up to or anyone that your target market would follow. Like for me, it'd be like Target or, anything like that. And then look at their stories and see like what they do, because your target audience, if you like something, chances are they're going to like the same kind of stuff you do. So, and you can also screenshot them and then get ideas from them and make them your own. Unlike Snapchat, people will not know you screenshotted their stories, so you won't look like a creeper.
So you can be stealth stalker?
Yeah. Yeah. Just don't do it in a direct message, though. Then people will know. All right, so these strategies are actually something that I pulled from a different YouTube video I watched, but they were pretty helpful for me, so I wanted to share them here too. The first one is pick 3 topics you're passionate about besides Beachbody and share them in your stories. So it's like we hear all the time, we're not just Beachbody. We want to share like behind the scenes of our life, what we do day to day. It's not any different with the Instagram stories. And if you are busy, if you work full time, or if you just have a busy life, I would recommend like the night before, maybe creating a few posts that you can use in your stories the next day, because they'll stay in your Instagram upload screen for 24 hours. So,
Jill, I have a question really quick.
Yeah.
Can you, I was going to start taking pictures of all of your slides here, but can you post the slides or something like that so we can see all this after the fact?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, I plan to do that too.
Okay, I'm going to take a picture of this because I can't write that fast. And I'm like, wait, no.
Yeah, no, I'll just share it. It's easier.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, so if you're super busy, you can create them 24 hours ahead of time, and then they'll be there for you to post the next day. Strategy 3, tell stories. So this is something I'm trying to work on too. Like I said, I have learned. So can you hear me? Am I frozen? Anybody?
You froze a little bit, so we didn't hear the first part.
No, I forget what I was saying.
You were talking about strategy number 3 and telling stories.
Number 3. Okay. So when you're posting like talking videos or workout videos, everything I've seen and just from doing it myself, don't post any more than like 3 videos of you talking or workouts in a row, because some people will watch them all, yes, especially if they're very interested in what you're doing. But a lot of times, a lot of people will be like, okay, you're working out. Okay, what else are you doing?
So can I add on this real quick?
Yeah.
So I started noticing, like when I was doing accumulation of all my workouts together, there would be like 10 or 15 videos, right? Because they're only like 16 seconds.
Yeah.
And I started seeing, like, after the first week I was doing it, I started seeing my followers would fall off. They would drastically go from like 500 for the first, second, third, fourth video, and then they'd fall off to like 100. And I was like, what the heck? So what I started doing is, like, in the middle, I would, do a little booty dance or like do something that's not my workout that I usually do in a workout, or like Gage would come up and run up and like dance with me, or like he would say something motivating, or, something that like pertains to your other 3 passions, or something, like say, like do in between your workouts, say like, I'm really struggling to get through this, or, oh my God, I just upped my weights, something where you're still telling your story, but you're still, and then that way you can, like, if you do decide to share more workout videos. But once I started doing that, then my followers stayed consistent, although I cut back on, the 10, 15 videos, but
yeah. And because you don't really think of it when you're doing it, you're just doing it. And then you look back and you're like, holy crap, I posted that many stories on my workout. Like, who cares? Anyway, all right. So something else you can also do, if you're posting like during the week, it's a good idea. If you have something important to say, a lot of people, they work and they can't always have their sound on. So if you're sharing something important and you're talking, you can, on one of the stories, just put a little pop of text to kind of summarize what you're saying. And then that way people who can't turn their sound on, if they're at work or whatever, they still know what you're saying. They don't have to just, skip over it because they can't listen to it at that point in time. So that's just something small. Strategy 4, create buzz and suspense. So this is basically just if you have spots open for your next group, you can say like 6 spots left. And then throughout the day, if you have anyone join you, just put, yay, Vicki joined, woohoo. And then you can tag her, and it just kind of makes it more interactive. So I'll show you one that I did too for a sneak peek. I actually listed the names of the people that joined me so far, like a list of 1 through 5, and then 6 through 10 was empty. Like try to create some kind of suspense or buzz that's going to keep people engaged. And if there's questions in the chat, I totally forgot about the whole chat thing. So
it's okay. There was a question, but you're going to answer it at the end.
Oh, okay. I did too, Jackie. Don't feel bad. Oh, here she comes. All right, I'll get to those after. Let me just finish these. Number 5, answer objections in real time. So you can screenshot your direct messages but I would blur out the people's names, obviously, in case unless they don't care. But and if someone, like this example I put, I'm interested, but I can't do cardio or high intensity. Like a lot of people might have that objection. So you can just put your response in there where you recommend, like Piyo or the yoga retreat, and then screenshot that and put that as a story and just say, if this is you too, we do have other options. We're not just all crazy because I do the crazy workouts. Like that's not our only option, And what was another? I thought of another example too. I actually had one. So I had this girl message me. And she's like, I don't normally do this. I feel really weird and creepy reaching out to you because I don't know you, and yada, yada, yada. And I'm like, I hope people don't feel like that. I'm here for a reason. I want people to reach out to me. So I shared my response in that in a story, like it's the magic of the internet. Like, please reach out to me. I want to help you. I'm here to help you. So don't feel weird about it.
I love that you shared that too, because so many people, even though it's funny that we put ourselves out there as Beachbody coaches, so many people are afraid to reach out because they feel like an inconvenience, or they feel like you're too busy for them, or
yeah.
I love that you put that.
Yeah, and I don't know, I think it's just a good way to, to kind of, I don't even know what word I'm trying to say, to kind of like remove those certain objections or how people feel sometimes. Number 6, tag brands you use daily. So we want to look like we're more of like an influencer, and it makes us look more trustworthy versus just like a follower or something. So an example would be instead of just posting your dinner without an explanation, like, and if you put hot sauce on something, what brand hot sauce did you use? You can tag them. And this is cool because, and I actually did this once, I tagged Panera and they featured my picture on their page of my salad. So, and anything like that, if you're like out to eat, even at your favorite store, you can tag them and people can still see your stuff, and there's a possibility that you can be featured on another page. Or even like, I shared a meditation I did from Amanda Francis the other day, and she shouted me out in her stories because I tagged her in it. So it's a good way, like if you're tagging people that aren't necessarily coaches, it's a good way to get them to maybe possibly share your stuff and get more people to your page. And if I'm rambling or talking too fast, just tell me.
Vicki, you're doing good.
Okay. Number 7, daily themes. So you can do your Throwback Thursdays in your stories. Another big one, I've only done this once. It's one that I kind of just learned about last week, but I've seen it a bunch of times since then preparing for this call, is a Follow Friday, where you feature like your coaches, your team, your customers, and put their Instagram handles up there and tell people to like follow them too, just to make it more interactive, so you're not just showcasing you all the time. You want to show like the community as well. And the one time I did do it, it was funny. A couple of the girls were like, oh my god, I didn't, like, thank you, you follow me, oh my goodness, thank you for sharing me. I'm like, you're welcome. So it's just another way to build relationships. And honestly, I feel like Instagram stories is a lot easier to build relationships, and it's been really helpful for me. Because if you're doing videos, they hear your voice, they see your mannerisms, they can kind of see your personality more versus just looking at your picture and reading a bunch of text, you know, it makes people trust you more. Number 8, the last one, is ask for a like on a new post in your feed. So I have an example of this I'm going to show, but you can basically all this is you screenshot your Instagram page, kind of highlight whatever post you want them to go to. And the reason you want to do this every once in a while is because most people are looking at stories and not your Instagram feed these days. That's what everybody's saying. So that's why maybe you've noticed recently, like a lot of people or coaches you follow or whatever may not be posting that much to their feed, but they're posting a lot of stories. That's because people are looking at stories more than they're actually looking at the Instagram newsfeed. So let's see, what else did I say? Remember, you are showing a lifestyle, not just our vital behaviors. So you can share like your kids, any life hacks you have, easy recipes, just anything that's not all Beachbody, because then people are just not going to watch. And then as you're doing this, as you're starting out, like don't get discouraged or anything like that, but keep track of what's working and what isn't by seeing which stories get more views than others. Kind of like the example that Vicki had, you know, she noticed she posted a ton of workout videos and people were like, watch the first few, and then it kind of dwindled down. So just keep an eye on it. And another, okay, that's, oops, I don't know what I just hit. Whatever, it's almost done. So a way I've been using these to build a relationship too is because you can see who's been watching your stories. So if any of you heard Haley Christian speak at Summit, or if any of you watched her video in one of the groups on Facebook, she talks about, and I started doing it after I watched her, was reaching out to the people that are watching your stories and just starting a conversation with them. Like, hey, I see you checked out my Instagram stories. Are you working on your health and fitness too? Or are you a coach? Whatever you want to ask them, the same way you would start a convo on any other platform. So Cindy's taking a picture.
I bet you she's using her IG stories
for the first time. I've never done it before, so I'm going to try to do it right now. I'm like, oh my God, I have no idea what I'm doing.
All right. So last slide, and then I'm going to switch to my phone and just show you guys some stuff. So goals for this week, if you've never used it, these are what I would suggest, and I'll do it too if we all want to just do it. Post a Throwback Thursday, sharing how you've mentally changed from personal development. And then on Friday, do a Follow Friday of people you stalk on Instagram that aren't coaches or customers, just people you follow. All right. Let me look at the chat real quick. How do I do that? Hold on. Let me get it up here. What's going on? Okay.
I was posing for Cindy's picture.
You just held that for so long. I thought you were frozen.
I know. I'm like, my mouth is like tired of keeping it open so long.
All right. Can you?
So wait, what do I do? I'm like totally.
Just wait.
Oh, I'm going to show you. I'm just reading the chat real quick.
Do I take a picture first or do whatever? Or do you have to go to Instagram stories first? Did I do it wrong?
You have to go to Instagram stories first.
You can use pictures you've taken in the last 24 hours, but just know, like, if it, like, sometimes Instagram story will like cut it off weird if you didn't take it in the Instagram story portion.
I'm like, do I even have Instagram stories? Where is it?
It's at the top left-hand corner. There's a little camera on your Instagram.
Top live?
Top left.
Where it says top live? No, that's live videos.
Wait, hold on. I'll go to mine in a second. Let me
Just watch, Cindy. Be patient.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me read this question. Excuse me.
I'm like, immediate action.
So the whole see more thing where people tell you to swipe up. So like when people are, unless you have, I think it's over 10,000 followers, you can't put a link in the bottom there for the swipe up thing. That's what I learned. Oh, there's my kitty. Sorry. So, but you can do swipe up and have people message you, and I can show you that. But the whole thing about putting a link at the bottom and telling people to swipe up to that, you have to have over a certain number of followers for that, and I'm pretty sure it was like 10,000. Yeah, that's what I mean, Cindy. Okay, I'm glad I explained it. All right, so now let's stop. Hold on, let me get to my phone. Open it. Oh, Lord Jesus. All right, let's share. So it works. Do we see it?
Yay! It's up.
All right. Did it freeze? Okay. It might be a little slow. My internet is kind of crappy. All right. So what was I going to show? Okay. So up here, the top left, right above my face. Is it the top left for you guys too? It is.
Yep.
All right. So that's how you get there. You can also, on the main screen, just swipe to the right and it'll also bring you there if you didn't know that. And now let's see, what should I do first? Let's take a picture. It's frozen on my end, so I don't know what you guys are seeing right now.
Yeah,
All
it's
right,
frozen on yours too.
It is?
Well, the screen share is. Like, I don't see you moving it.
Oh, no. Hold on. This is poop. I wonder if I can just... I wonder why that froze. Hold on.
It worked earlier when we tried it out.
I know.
Technical difficulties.
Sorry. Yeah, stupid internet. All right, let me try it one more time.
Now I bet you everyone's on their Instagram stories right now trying to figure it out. That's why all the heads
It
are
is.
like this.
Oh my god, I did
It's
it!
pretty.
I did it! Someone go to my Instagram and see if it works. I did a boomerang with text. Like, oh my god.
Oh, look, someone's dancing.
I'm like so excited.
All right. Okay. Here we go. All right, let me take a picture. Let me try it again.
Someone replied. Christine replied. I did. Oh, she replied.
All right.
Yeah.
Cindy, I'm muting you.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So let's see. I'll just go through all the buttons first. So the top here, the little smiley face is just like stickers and stuff. There's where it says, oh wait, it's not popping up for you, is it? God damn it. Okay, it's just being really slow. Maybe I'll just go out to my kitchen. This is like the important part. Okay, here we go. So the little smiley face thing is going to bring up a bunch of stickers and stuff you can use, like the temperature, the time, location, what day it is, and all the same bunch of emojis and stuff that you would use when you're texting. To the right is more, just more little stickers, I guess you would call them. So that's that button. It's just delayed, but it's coming. The little pencil, it's what I use the most. So I'm just waiting for it to catch up. Come on. It's a horrible picture. Come on. Maybe I should just do it from just my phone and I don't even know. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. Here it comes. I see it. You see anything else, or is it still frozen?
I see the arrow next to the marker, but nothing else is on your
Cool.
screen.
All right. So, oh, here we go. Now it's doing stuff. So anyway, so I'll just run through them then. The top marker is going to give you like a really full solid color. The next one over to the right is a little transparent, which, so like when I make solid backgrounds that I want to be able to see through a little bit, that's what I use. And I'll show you how I do that. Let's see if it friggin' works. So I'll pick one. Oh, this is so frustrating. I'm just drawing on my face right now. You can't even see it. Anyway, so when you go down to all colors at the bottom, you can scroll to the left or to the right to see more colors. But something I learned recently is if you hold down the blue or any color, the gradient will pop up and you can select from way more colors. And this is cool, especially if you're trying to brand yourself and you use certain colors. I would start using whatever colors you primarily use like for your brand and like your text and stuff like that. That's what I've seen a bunch of people doing. So I've started doing it. All right, the next one over on the top left, on the top to the right, oh my God, I can't, is it like a highlighter? And that, it looks pretty cool. It's like a neon light looking type marker. And then the one all the way over to the right is an eraser. If you go down to the bottom next to the colors, you see the circle with the little 3 dots. If you press that, that's how you can make your pen bigger or smaller. So if you want to like write with your finger, you can make it small so it's easier to read, or you can make it really big. It's however you want to do it.
Joe, you froze again.
And then if you just this is poop. This is driving me nuts right now. I'm just gonna have to make a video, I think, and then share it.
Well, at least you're entertaining Cindy.
I know Cindy's over there playing. So I'm trying to explain it.
I feel like this is when, like, I remember sitting in a coffee shop with Blair and Vicki and Everett. Do you remember that when we first discovered Instagram?
Yeah.
Right. And they were already on it for like a few months and they were all like pros. I'm like the dinosaur. I like refuse to start new technology always. Like I'm always like that. Right. I mean, I just got a freaking e-reader for my Kindle this Christmas. And I'm like, nah, I don't like it, you know? And like, so I feel like this is like the same thing happening over again. Cause once I got on Instagram, I was like, this is my job. People like me here. I can be like myself. I don't have to be like Facebook friendly. I can stalk people. And now I'm like, I feel like a whole new world has just
don't click on the picture from like 50 weeks ago.
Oh, I might do that. Oh, that'd be crazy.
All right. So I'm sorry that I'm trying to explain this, but it's difficult when it's not working. So anyway, so the little 3 dots, that's how you make your pen bigger or smaller. So if you want to make a solid background and you want to put text on it, you pick a color, just press your finger down and hold it on the screen and it'll turn the whole screen. You have to take a picture first. It doesn't really matter what the picture is of. You can take a picture of nothing and then just hold down your finger on whatever color you want to do on the screen and hold it, and then it'll turn the whole entire screen whatever color you selected. And then you can write on it, you can do whatever you want. Let's see what else. I was going to show you how to pin a sticker, but that isn't going to work. Let me see. Let me read this chat.
It's just Cindy playing.
Oh, it is. Cindy. I see everybody yelling at Cindy. I didn't know how to post my. You can copy from my. Yep. Me too, Tracy. Oh, look, now it's frozen on there. You're so funny, Cindy. Cindy, this is cracking me up, this chat. Okay. How do you know if you get a reply? Oh, you can know if you get a reply because it's going to go right to your inbox, just like any other message would. Yep, what she just said. All right. It's not working. That was that was like all I wanted to go over, but I wonder. I don't know. What do you want me to do, Vicki?
What do you mean?
Because I feel like I can't. Like I wanted to show more stuff, but it's not working for me.
Well, what you could do, you could actually make a little short video of how you can incorporate different things. But can you talk to them about why, like, touch on more of why this is important instead of just, doing your 3 to 5 posts every day? Are you frozen? Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Or like, Oh, Jackie just said, can you search someone's story?
Can you search someone for, yeah, it's actually right on their profile. So if you go to their page, wherever their picture is, if it has that little like pink and orange circle around it, that means they have stories from the last 24 hours. So you can do it that way. How do you
wants to know how to get followers.
Oh Lord, don't we all?
The best way. Oh, go ahead.
For me, anyways, is just by posting consistently. If you haven't watched Vicki's Instagram training, I would start there because she'll tell you about hashtags and all that because they're really important too. And it's really just consistent posting and trying to make interesting posts.
Adding value.
Adding value, yep. And also, I've noticed, I've been trying to take like better pictures, not like me better, but like better lighting and just ones that aren't like grainy or blurry. And I've noticed those get more likes too. I heard Andrea say on a call one time to up your contrast on your pictures, makes them look better. So I've been doing that. What else?
For food, I have a tip with that I learned from a photographer. Yeah. If you take it and you take a placemat, like for me, all my food pictures I take on the floor in my dining room next to my sliding glass door.
By the light.
I put a placemat down and it's the natural light comes in from that.
Yeah.
Take a shot of that and I don't put any filters on any of my food ever. And they my food pictures since I started doing that get like so much traction because they look so nice and crisp and clean and everything. But that's all it is. It's literally on the floor in my dining room.
So you can't even tell like at all. But yeah, if you want to take a selfie, go in front of a window, go somewhere with good natural lighting because it just makes the pictures look better. And sad to say it, people like pictures that look nice, not like they don't like all our grainy pictures that I used to do all the time.
Real quick, Danny wants to know how to get more followers you want instead of randoms. So you can't cut out the weirdos. There's going to be weirdos. But if you are particular over your hashtags you use, don't use like sexy mom because obviously you're going to get a bunch of creepo guys that want to look at nothing but sexy moms. But if you dog mama, you're going to get a bunch of people that love dogs or, things like that. So really be intentional about the hashtags that you use. But like I said, there's creepers. You just heard Cindy herself say that she's a stalker. So you're going to get these creepers out there.
You're going to get all the Cindys of the world.
Dude, I stalk the fuck out of people.
We all want some Cindys. Come on, let's be real here.
I know. I'd take a Cindy. If you're doing selfies, set your timer for 3 seconds too. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah.
I didn't know.
Yay! Good job, Danny.
Did anyone?
I don't know the followers thing. What'd she say? Yay! Yeah, that is. Yeah. If you haven't watched Vicki's Instagram training video, you need to watch that first because that will break it down, and then. But I don't really. Do you talk about stories in there though?
No, because that was before stories was even a thing. But real quick, you guys, I want to touch on Jill. I know Jill mentioned this really quick, but so she was talking about one part of the strategies, how you can, make a white, like a solid background of a color and say, my clean eating group is starting next week. She did this. So Jill actually did this with the coach sneak peek that we had. And she was like, I have 4 spots left. And then in the spots that was already taken, she actually had their names. And I thought that was so cool because you think of these people that you follow on Instagram, right? Or Facebook or whatever. And when they highlight you, it makes you feel good, right? And then there's other people that see that and they're like, oh my gosh, if Maddie G is going to be a part of this, I want a part of it too. Does that make sense? So when I saw Jill was the very first person that I saw do that. And I thought it was so freaking cool because she came on and she said, that like she did her little spiel and then it was like story after story, but it was so engaging and so like eye-catching too. It was something really neat that I think we
see it. All right. Can you even read that or no? It doesn't really matter if you can read it, but this
it says, have you ever been curious about what I actually do as a health and fitness coach?
Yeah. Don't ignore my snarky comment at the bottom.
Except for sling and shakes. Is that what it says? Sling I slang shakes.
So then, let's see. I posted these.
Swipe up.
What did I? Oh, another cool thing, if you didn't know this, this just reminded me. If, say you want to post like a page from your personal development or something, or if you type out a lot of text, there's my dog. You can, like I put on this one. If you hold the screen down, it'll pause whatever story you're on so people can read it. And a lot of people don't know that. So like if you're watching stories, you want to read something, if you just press and hold the screen, it'll pause on that story. But like, because this one I had kind of a lot of text, so I put a little note on there, hold screen to read. And I saw other, who did I see do that? I think I saw Alexis Doss do that or something. And I'm like, she's successful. I'll do it. But here's the one Vicki was talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know what it says. If you can see it.
Jill, I'm looking on your Instagram right now, like on your those like neon things that you use for your like personal development. Is that all through Instagram story too, or what is that through?
Yeah. So that is at the top where there's so you take a picture and then you go to the little pen at the top on the right.
Like that thing. That thing.
Yeah. That's like a little highlighter thing. So I just took a random picture. So this one right here with like the little dots above it, it's just that, and I just picked a color and.
Well, I like that. It looks really cool. Like when you actually look at your Instagram, like your actual Instagram feed, that you're using the same, like your little pattern and color that you're using on that. I mean, it definitely stands out. So people, I mean, versus like someone just reading like a text of a book or whatever, you know. So it actually like makes you want to look at it. So
yeah, it like makes it more eye catching. Like
yeah, it's cool.
Let me see if there's another one I wanted to share. I mean, I tried posting a bunch today about like what I've talked about. So if you want to go to my Instagram, Jilly B Fit, you can look at my stories from today, and a lot of them have examples like of what I talked about. But I will record a short video also explaining it since it wasn't working on here. I did this one today, and I was like, I've never done that before. It looks so pretty. But it's just fun. I don't know. I have fun with it. I play with it. But yeah. I thought, I'm trying to think. Some people to look at their stories because they do a lot of the same things would be Alexis Doss. I forget what her Instagram is. It's like One Fit Coconut, I think. Oh wait, my notebook's right here.
Jill, can I ask you a question really quick?
Yeah.
So I'm looking at your Instagram, and it says like personal coach, mama, then you got the emojis, wife, beach dreamer, fetish, lover of emojis. How do you do that?
I did it in my notes. Like in the note. Do you have an iPhone?
Yeah.
Yeah. So like
now, how
in
do
the
you
little,
put it on your Instagram? Like
yeah, I typed it all in my notes, and then I just copy and pasted it to my profile. So if you go to
because Instagram won't let you hit the return button if you're in the profile.
I know they used to, and they just changed that. Like they used to be able to do it. And I'm like, what? Can't I do this anymore?
You just go to edit profile, and it's like underneath. So here's my edit. You know where edit profile is, right there. And then you go to that, and then it's like. It's like the fourth section down, and I typed it all in my notes, and I just copy and pasted it there.
Oh.
Just I don't know, I just did because I couldn't hit the return button. I didn't know any other way to do it. But yeah, so some good people to follow. I'll put this in my video too. Some good photo editing apps, just a couple of new ones that I found that I used a little bit. Spark Post is good, and Color Story. They were ones that here, I'll type it. Yes, Tracy, she was one of the ones. Oh my god, I should just type it here. That's what I'm gonna do. So the people you should follow to look at their stories. Some of hers though, Jatana, I have no clue how she does it because they're like all sped up, and I don't know. Let me type. I don't know all of their
She's crazy with her dancing stories. I don't know how she
Instagram
does
handles, but I know their names. Yeah. I don't know how she does it either. Who else? Oh, and Andrea too. Andrea Crowder. Hers are really good too. She does a lot of like fun with like playing with the colors of the text, and you can tell like it's all related to her brand. So she's a good one to look at her stories too.
When you guys were saying too that you had like different amount of followers and you could see who was actually looking at your stories, how do you do that then?
All right, so hold on. I'm gonna go look at your story and then I'm gonna show you.
I have 2 up there. I got 2 on my Instagram stories. I hate Snapchat too, Jill. Like Vicky's always getting mad at me because I never check my Snapchat.
You guys stop.
No,
Always
like,
getting mad. I just want to have a streak, damn it.
I know I'll snap like 20 things in 24 hours and then I won't snap for like a month on Snapchat. But the one thing too, Vicki, when she was over at my house this weekend, some of you may have seen the posts from this weekend if you follow us drinking way too much alcohol at my house. So you
I
may
love it. I love
it. But how are you doing that? You were doing them on Snapchat?
So
Posting
No,
anything else?
what I do is it depends on if I utilize Facebook Live, Instagrams, or Facebook Stories, Instagram Stories, and Snapchat. So depending on the filter, because I like some of the filters that Instagram Story has, like the glittery one all over your face, but I really like the voice changing ones, especially in my stellar lip singing videos. So I do Snap for those. So I'll record on Snap, save my story, then I'll go to IG, swipe up, and paste my story that I just had on Instagram. Then I'll go over on Facebook and I'll do the same thing.
So you
Instead
can
of making 3 different
the Snapchat on, because I do like some of the weird, some of it's with like the kids and stuff. That's
right.
avatar, but so you can paste it within the Instagram story as well.
yeah. As long as it's you save it within like 24 hours.
She was getting real high tech at my house. She had like Spotify playing in the background with Snapchat.
That was before Musical.ly was even a thing. Like I had my own. Don't give away my trick.
Like, what is going on? I'm like, what? I'm like, where is this music? How are you getting music in your app? I'm like,
All right.
I'm so old. I feel so old and non high tech right now.
So Cindy, to answer your question, you go to like your main Instagram and click your picture up here.
Okay.
And it'll pull up your story and look at the very bottom. It'll tell you who's watched it, and you can click that. Like click one of the names.
42 people watch it. My little thingy.
And that's how you know who's watched it, and you can message those people.
Oh wait. Okay. So.
If you would like to.
And you can just click on their picture, Cindy. You can just click on their picture. It'll take you right to their message.
Yep.
Or to their page or
So
message.
So right here it says 51 eyeballs, right? Oh, and it shows me all the people. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome.
Also, to see like the different filters, you can just like on the main camera screen, you can just swipe up, right? Ooh, let's not go live right now. Or down. Swipe down, not up. These are like, if you swipe down on the camera screen, it's going to show you all the pictures you've taken within the last 24 hours. So that's how, like, if you do it ahead of time, like the night before, you do that and you can pull them up. Or you can just use the little, right down here at the corner, you can press that button and it'll pull up all your pictures from the last 24 hours. Or actually, I think it pulls up all of them. No, the last 24 hours. Sorry you guys can't see that. This has totally ruined my plan. I was all excited because I felt all high tech and tech savvy, and then it didn't work.
I
How
think
do you get to the filter, like the face filter? The face ones. So here, this little smiley guy with a little like star on his head at the bottom. Can you see it? Yeah. So you'll click there. And then it brings up all of them, and you can just keep swiping over.
But here's the thing, you guys, I want you to also remember,
What else?
every one of you is different. You all have different passions. You all have different stories. You all have different struggles. You've all been to different places in your lives, different obstacles and things like that. So just because you guys see on Instagram stories that someone is very successful at sharing something, right? And you think that you have to incorporate that in yours when it's truly not your brand or not who you are.
Yeah.
Remain true to who you are. I know it's really easy to see like the success of somebody, like that goes with any post, any video, anything. It's easier to get detracted, but then you start losing yourself. So don't do that. Find what works for you. You could try certain things. Nothing is ever going to be set in stone or written. You're not signing a contract in blood like this is the way I have to remain. But try different things, what works for you, what doesn't, but always be true to who you are. You know, like I will always do lip sync videos. Always. I will always not know all the words to all my videos. Always. And that's fine. I'm not going to pretend I'm not. That's just who I am. And I'm also always going to be rambling God for nothing stuff on there with bad grammar. That's another thing.
Yeah. What
And
she
we
said.
all love you for it.
Yeah, well, thank you. That's why you're here.
And if you were ever to be on a video or Instagram or Facebook and be like, and my name is Vicki Roberts, and I have the most proper grammar in the world. And then someone signed up and they thought that that's who you were, and then they get on this team call and they're like, what the hell just happened? Like, I mean, that would be shitty, right? I mean, you want to be yourself. You want, like, all my team knows I'm a freaking hot mess half the time, and I have no idea what I'm doing most days, but, you know, they stick around, I guess, right? Because they know what they're getting. Right? So you just got to be you, for sure.
That's right.
I have one more question.
Yeah.
And this actually it may have fallen into your answer with the whole attaching a link where you have to have 10,000 followers. You know, sometimes you're looking at one and if you tap it, like another text box pops up and then you tap it again and then something else pops up.
Yeah, I was
How do you
actually
do
going to
that?
show that. So, all right, so you'll do the first one if you want to do like a solid background with like whatever your first little blurb is, like 6 spots, we'll just say 6 spots left for my challenge group. So you'll do the 6 spots. Down at the bottom left-hand corner, there's a save, okay? So you would hit save and then
Put another one.
yep, but post that one first. You still post it. Because then as people are clicking, it's like it's layered on top of it. So it looks like
Oh, so it's not
Does that make
actually the same picture.
right.
They're
right.
seeing okay, so it's actually different pictures. It just looks like it's the same one.
Yeah. So like they did the first one, save, opened it back up, put their next text, posted it, or saved it, then posted it, put their next text. But yeah, but it looks cool when you read through it like that. But yeah,
You just pretty much blew my mind right now.
I'm gonna make the video tomorrow too, because I feel bad and I want to make sure I didn't leave people that confused. But yeah, Cindy, don't do that, Melinda. Is she still on? I don't know. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much all I have, Vicki. I think
You did awesome.
Good people. Thank you.
And I know we all have been playing on IG stories, including myself.
Stupid.
So real quick, one thing that I actually just did, because I'm hosting my second round Shift Shop group starting next Monday, with our Team Cup team. Whoop, whoop. Oh, sorry. So what I just did is, if you guys go to my stories, I said, I got some, like, I listened to her, you know, I was doing what she told me to when she was telling us to. So I created buzz and suspense posts. And I said, I have something exciting to tell you. And then I said, what if I told you can get results like these? And then I showcased a bunch of girls. Sorry, ladies, I didn't ask your approval, but you love me anyway. I only shared them if you posted them in the Shift Shop group. Anyways, I said, you know, and I highlighted their name. I don't know how to tag people yet, so maybe you could touch on this next. Or after.
You just hit @ and type their name, their Instagram handle.
Okay.
Just type it out like like any other text, and I'll tag them.
Okay, well, I'll do that. But then I said results like this, and I did like 5 or 6 results, and then I said, that's they got it in 3, I don't know what I said now. In 3 weeks, they got results like those. That's 21 days. If you want, my next group starts blah, 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 blah. If you're ready to make the shift, and then I did, are you ready? And then I did the message, and then I did the message with the arrow, like message me here.
Yeah.
I did what I was told.
Yay. Good job.
Now I have a question. Can you go back and edit pictures in your story?
No. I don't think so.
You can't.
I think you can only delete it, save it, or change the settings on that story if you didn't want someone to see it.
Okay, I see.
But no, I don't think. Haven't figured it out yet. Anyways, I'm pretty sure you can't though.
Okay.
But yeah, going forward, now you know.
And then, go ahead. Uh-oh.
If you want to hashtag something, there is the little hashtag like. What happened?
You froze.
Oh, God. All right. Well, I'm done talking.
But another thing, when you see, I don't know if Jill talked about this or not. Maybe I was creating my Instagram story. Oh my God, I'm such a horrible leader. Or I was following directions. You can go see the people that viewed your videos, and if you've never talked to them before, you can message them and be like, hey girl, I saw you checking out my video. Or maybe you shouldn't sound like a creep yourself. Maybe you could just, or you could be a creep and just be like, let's be creeps together. You know?
I mean,
I've had girls be like
that. Like, people Instagram
it does.
Like, that's why, like, you can literally message someone on Instagram and tell them that you've been stalking them, and they're cool with it. Versus on Facebook, they're like, hey, I've totally been stalking your page. They're like,
they report you, and
we
like,
know each other. I'm blocking you right now. But on Instagram, they're like, oh my God, I totally stalked your page too. You know, they're like, I don't know why Instagram is like that. It's like so specific, you know, for your avatar, right?
Yeah. Figure out how to. I don't know if you can. So you can go to like where the stickers are, and there's that hashtag option. I'm pretty sure that one you can only do one. But I also know you can put hashtags in if you just type them out, like using the text from the top. Like if you were to type out text, you can do hashtags that way. So maybe you could do it that way with more than one. I'm not sure. I haven't tried that, so I don't know.
I have a really quick question. So, you know, when I first did my first one, obviously I pushed on my stories where it says me up top. And it brought me up to the window to post my stuff. Okay, so now that I have 2 things on there, it brings up my story. How do I post from that? Like,
wait, what do you mean?
Like, it's not bringing me up that screen to do an Instagram story. Do I have to do something?
Oh, so you can see the little camera up here.
Yeah.
The very top left corner.
Oh, just kidding.
You don't have that?
Yes, I got that. Just kidding. Thank you.
Oh, wait, what?
I'm like, I'm swiping.
You can do that.
I'm tapping all the way through my story. I'm like trying to figure out how to get it.
Cindy, you need to stop right now.
I'm trying.
She's getting it all.
She's like this.
Oh, my thing? Did you like my picture? Dude, that's like me. People be like, they know exactly what they're getting right there. And I'm crying a watermelon tear. You love it.
All right. So Jill, when are you going to have that video up for us?
I'll do it tomorrow.
Yay! Vicki, Jackie, how do you guys play music on your IG and Snapchat videos? The way I do it is I play Spotify on my phone, so it is playing the same time I press record, and then that's when I copy it to my Snapchat and my Facebook live stories. Oh, and then if you guys have ever seen the Facebook Nazis where they take down your music videos, like we all used to do workout videos with music playing in the background, right? I know a way to get out of that. Don't quote me on this or don't hold me to it, but I saw if you put an asterisk and say, I do not own rights to the music in this video, Facebook will not take it down because you're not claiming that that song's yours. I did it yesterday, and we'll see if I get shut down on Facebook. But it's fine because I got IG stories.
Obviously, I'm not Britney Spears. Why did I need to put that in? So stupid. I know, because I always mute the sound in my workout videos now because of that one. It doesn't do it. It doesn't matter. You can do it on IG stories, though, and have music
Yeah.
playing. They don't take you down. Not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Anyway.
Fingers crossed, knock on wood.
What if I think of You can think that, Christine. That's fine.
You can be Beyonce.
Yeah.
You can be a Britney. You can be a Beyonce. You can be Barbara if you want to. Be you. No, be you. Don't be that. Be you.
Yes.
All right. So tomorrow she will have that video up for us. Thank you so much, Jill. If you guys are not utilizing Instagram, get on it. There is an Instagram training in the Unstoppable Misfits YouTube channel. It's like a 20-minute video, teaches you all about hashtags, how to post based on your brand, things like that. Then Jill's going to post tomorrow about more details on how to get filters and fonts and all this stuff. Or not fonts, but colors. Don't be scared. Just put, IG stories, like she said at the beginning of this, it's an easier way to connect with people because they feel your energy way quicker. See, here's my awesome grammar coming in. They feel your energy right away more than they could through a post. No matter how much you pour your heart and soul out into a caption of a photo, people can't really, they can connect with you, but not as quick as they can connect with you, your true self, through video form. So I know it's scary. I know a lot of people have never done it before, but honestly, what do you have to lose? If it can help you save someone, what do you have to lose? Word to your mother.
And it's fun. Once you get just play with it. Don't think of it as something like that has to be perfect, because no one's are perfect, trust me.
That's right.
So just make it fun, and I love it. I'm kind of obsessed with it.
That's fine. So everyone has a Throwback Thursday, sharing your mental change from personal development. That's going to be on this Thursday. If you guys don't know, that's in 2 days from now. And Follow Friday, highlight, feature someone else. And that's also on Friday, which is 3 days from now, if you don't know. Like me, I had to check what day it was before pressing record because it's all right. Are you guys ready for a selfie?
Follow Friday? I missed that one. What is Follow Friday?
So what I was saying, forget what I even said about it, but anyway, so Follow Friday. So on Fridays in your stories, you can really have to be a customer or coach of yours, and I think it's kind of better if they're not. Just show them that you appreciate their posts, and just put them in your story and tag them, at whatever their Instagram is. And I don't know, a lot of people are really flattered by it, and they're like, oh, thank you, I appreciate that. And then you can just start talking to them and having a conversation.
So when you do the tag for the people like that, do you put it in the text in the image? Is that how it works? Okay.
Yep.
I just got the coolest idea from Andrea. Well, she did unboxing of some organic, because you said to follow her. I just looked at some organic box that she gets. But see, I get nerd boxes that come to me that are all nerdy stuff. I'm like, dude, I could unbox my nerdy shit on Instagram. So
nice.
All these ideas
You
now.
get Loot Crate.
Yeah, that's what I get. Loot Crate, the fancy Loot Crates.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm writing this down. You're so awesome, Jill. Oh my gosh, I love you. Thank you for doing this.
I'm gonna be obsessed.
Oh my gosh. I can unbox all my Amazon boxes. Yeah.
If anyone has questions,
Melinda,
after.
You should be profiling all your cookies that you make. Melinda makes these amazing,
oh my gosh,
amazing cookies. If you guys don't follow her, go friend her or follow her right now and see all these freaking cookies that she makes. They're those custom hand frosted ones. Those would be awesome.
Cool. You're welcome, Kelly.
I can totally see Cindy staying up all night playing on Instagram stories.
Oh, she's totally going to.
We're watching Game of Thrones. If you've seen it, don't tell me anything that happened.
Oh,
because we haven't been able to watch it yet. And so we're going to watch it tonight. So, I'm going to be like. Okay,
that show makes me so mad that it only plays once a week. I'm like, well, what happens? You can't just leave us in suspense like that. That's crap. I'm not gonna All right, let's end this recording. Thank you all for watching the recording.